Good morning, friends, and enemies too. Today is October 29th, 2021. This is the last weekend of October, and it's that beautiful time in South Carolina where you know that the oppressive heat of the summer is done with, and I don't know, you get kind of used to it anyways. I got my point in my life now. I really don't complain about it being hot. I don't, and I'm just glad to be back home. And I was going to kind of continue on my period of radicalization in Williston, North Dakota. And I'm like, nah. It's like this is a time sensitive matter going on here, and I don't, and I think with my previous contact with social media, whatever, was just like practice for, excuse me for scratching my nose. I just woke up, okay, and I think my previous social media stuff that like I had, when I did use Facebook or whatever, it was like practice for this because that whole incident that radicalized me. I mean, honestly, you think about that. I mean, I don't know if any of you have seen the previous video, but I mean, it was some straight up Mississippi 1948 type stuff where it was, I don't even want to go in it no more. I'm getting off base here. So anyway, but all of that was to, I think God wanted to test me to see whether all this, kind of radical, aggressive, revolutionary stuff that I'm posting online, was I really about it, for lack of a better term. My dad, the Master P, okay? You know what I'm saying? God wanted to see whether I was about it. Because during the Obama administration, especially during the Obama administration, I mean, I saw how whacked out white folks got, how absolutely nasty and racist, and it really made it come out. I could only imagine what my grandparents and great grandparents went through, how nasty white folks were in South Carolina back in those days. You know what I'm saying? After what I saw, and it really made me start to really radicalize me, but not really radicalize me. I wanted to be a loud voice in the conversation. I wanted to be, kind of say these kind of provocative black nationalist things and stuff like that, and see what kind of reaction I get out of people and how many likes I can get and, stuff like that. So another guy said, oh, no. Let's take this a whole step further. Let's put you into the jaws of the alligator or whatever. Let's put you under a little bit more pressure than you're already under as a black person in America. Let's give you a little added degree of oppression in the so-called post-racial America, and let's see how you act, and see whether you're worthy of carrying a message, of doing my work here down on earth, you know. And as I was going through these things, this period of enlightenment and radicalization in North Dakota, I would I haven't owned a TV since, I don't know, like a TV like 12 years since I watched TV. But I have a satellite radio, and I would listen to satellite radio, and I would hear the things that were going on. I can remember hearing about the 9 people murdered in Charleston, South Carolina. Not far from where I'm at right now, right? I can remember hearing about, just waking up that morning and listening to it on the radio. And then I would get online and I would say, one of the first things I would say, I was like, damn, we got a black senator in South Carolina, right? Tim Scott. Tim Scott, he's a brother. You know what I'm saying? And he's from South Carolina. I want this brother to come out there, come out that bold, man. I want this brother to come out here and just be like, yo, man, enough's enough, man. Enough's enough. Come out there with something bold, something that represented us black people here in South Carolina, us black people from South Carolina that grew up here. And I remember being up in Williston, North Dakota when this happened. And the utter disrespect, you know. My ex-wife would send me pictures from Grand Junction, Colorado too. And just all over the Midwest, white folks knowing that this is a racially motivated killing, knowing what that Confederate battle flag bullshit or whatever that they came up with in around 1963, 64 to protest against us wanting human rights and civil rights here in South Carolina. That's what that whole X flag or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's what that's all about. Okay, we're not going to debate that either. And the utter disrespect shown to black people in America. I'm just going to put it out there like that. And here it is, our senator, a brother from South Carolina, sitting there just shucking it. I mean, I can't put it no other way, man. Tim Scott's a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's a bitch ass nigga. And that's what he is. Because here he is now. Let's fast forward it to 2016 with all the stuff going with Donald Trump. Here he is, a black man from South Carolina, sitting here cozying up to white supremacists, white nationalists, people that are obviously do not have the interests of black people in mind, straight up neo-Nazis and stuff like that. And he's cozying up to them. He has no compunction. He won't call this out. He won't denounce this. And it's going on right in front of his face. Donald Trump himself said it himself. He's a white nationalist. You're a black man. How you going to belong to a party that's saying that they're all about white nationalism? Donald Trump said it himself. They've been branding themselves as the white nationalist party since, basically since the 1960s or whatever, that we're not going there. This talk's not about that. It's somewhat it is, but I'm like, damn, Tim Scott ain't about shit. I mean, honestly, Tim Scott ain't about shit. And I was up in North Dakota, and I think I made one of my internet threats, one of my internet boasts. I said, you know what? One of these days, I want to come back to South Carolina and I'm going to run against you for your Senate seat. And this thought had been in my mind for the past probably, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. I don't know how. It's been a while. This thought has been in my mind. It was almost like God sent me this vision, right? I circumstances had it that I had to move back to South Carolina. Well, I didn't have to move back. I chose to move back to South Carolina. My oldest son got married. Baby boy, he went off to grad school. My other son lives here in South Carolina. All three of them finished college. They're, productive, voting, tax-paying citizens of the United States. They don't need the super duper intense parental supervision like they used to get anymore. So I was free to come to South Carolina and be with my elderly mother because she's getting kind of old now, and she needs somebody to be there for her. That's what you do when you love your mother and you love your kids, and actually I love everybody. Let's get specific here. And so I'm here back in South Carolina. Now I'm like, wait a minute. Then one time on Facebook I threatened to run against Tim Scott. I said, I sure didn't I? And I'm like, I got nothing else better to do. I'm pretty much dropped out of the labor force right now. I'm here to take care of my mom. You know what I'm saying? And I live a very simple life. I don't need a lot of money. I live, I don't live like most people do. I live like a very simple, kind of eccentric life. But yeah, and this kind of what's that about? It's about money. It's about money. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Tim Scott makes $174,000 a year. $174,000 a year as a United States Senator. Now, I don't know about you, but that's more than I'm making right now. As a matter of fact, I bet you a lot of my neighbors here out here in rural South Carolina, $174,000 a year, man, they straight, man. So this is what I'm doing. I'm applying for a job. I'm applying for a job to represent you, the poor people of South Carolina. I'm one of y'all. I'm a college educated poor person. Go Tigers. But I'm one of you. $174,000, man, I can come up. Get good benefits too. This is what I need to do. I need $5,000. In either spending my own money or in contributions. I can fill out a form with the Federal Election Committee and I can get on the ballot to run against Tim Scott for his Senate seat. $5,000. That's what I need. You send me $1. You send me 50 cents. Send me a food stamp card I can make something happen with. I'm one of you. I'm a poor person here in America. Am I going to run against them as a member of Party Democrat? Oh, hell no. And definitely not the Republican Party. I've created my own party. It's called a Black Nationalist Party. Point blank, plain and simple. That's what we're about. Black nationalism. Oh, I know some of you are going to be like, they're like a hate group and they don't like white people and they want like take white people's land and put us in chains and take away our golden retrievers and stuff. Like, no. This is going to free you too. Because believe it or not, the legacy of slavery, the Jim Crow laws has had fuck y'all up too. For lack of a better term. That the same tricks and methods and violence in the same fairy tale of white superiority that it was used to enslave black people is also now being used to enslave you. That's the paradox of it all. That same folklore, mythology of white superiority is actually what has probably led to the downfall of this country. More on that later. But back to my come up. My motivation is $174,000 a year. And my job is to represent you, the poor people of South Carolina. Black, white, Mexican, transgender, whatever category y'all can think about in the next 12 months, because the election is 12 months away. And I'm going to run against Tim Scott for his Senate seat. He said he's going. I saw him on the news the other day talking about, this is going to be his last run for Senate. You damn right it's going to be your last run for Senate. And I'm going to win. We're going to call this T-6. That's what we're going to call it. T-6. Those 6 years you thought you were going to get, you thought the Republican Party was going to give you, their token Negro a bunch of money and, keep you in office 6 more years and, use you and puppet you and parrot you out there. And, oh boy, man, you just pissed me off, Tim Scott. I'm going to call you Uncle Tim, man. You pissed me off. And, nah, it's not going to happen. I told my son Saul about this audacious plan. And a couple of weeks ago, right? And Saul says, Dad, that is so crazy. I'm like, what, Saul? Saul said, dude, I had a dream about you running for office and you won. I said, oh. I said, man, I got to do this for Saul. I got to do this for baby boy. Baby boy had a dream. I want to be a good parent. Don't you want to be a good parent? I'm a good parent. I'm telling you. My kids are good, man. But don't you want to be a good parent? I want to be a good parent. My son said he saw me running for office and I won. And I want to show my son the dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? I want to give people optimism. I want to give them hope. I want to let people know they can win against their odds. God is on our side, man. And that's the message. So I'm gonna get back to the radicalization in North Dakota and the Enlightenment period in North Dakota again. But that's where I'm at, y'all. Those of you who are going to spread and disseminate this, we're gonna get some money because this is going to grow. I already got an apparatus in place to I already got an accountant. I already got an accountant. I got a very competent accountant real close by. She don't know it yet, but she gonna be my campaign manager. She's gonna be my campaign manager. She'll be a great campaign manager. Other problem we're gonna need security. Those of you out here that carry guns, can legally carry guns, very good at spotting threats, whatever the case may be, cybersecurity threats right there. We're gonna need security. Because some people are gonna hear this message, they're gonna lose their mind, they're gonna be like sending me death threats and all that stuff like that. We're gonna flip that whole death threats thing on its head. First time we get a death threat, know what we gonna do? We gonna go find them. We ain't gonna call Benjamin Crump or Jesse Jackson. We ain't even gonna call the cops. We gonna go find them. Okay, that's how critical this is. This message must get out. This message cannot be stopped. Okay, so I'm. This is my job interview, yo. This is my job interview for everybody, for all freedom loving people, for all God loving people. Man. I go to Senate. I don't, man, you ain't have to worry about no scandals about finding me with little girls or nothing like that or stuff. Nah, man, all these corruption, all that. I ain't got, look, no corporate sponsor will touch me. An eccentric black man, represent the Black Nationalist Party in South Carolina. I ain't got to worry about that. So is there going to be no corporate money to corrupt me? You know, I'm a poor person just like you. I get that 174,000 a year. I'm straight, man. I'm straight. Shoot, man, I buy me a little Honda Accord, might put some rims on it or something, Drive that around DC. Man, I'm good. Man, I catch a Chinese bus home. Come see my mom every weekend. I'm good. So let's do this, y'all. T-6. Those 6 years Tim Scott thought he was going to get in the United States. Said, nah, they're mine. Those belongs to me. Those are mine. I want to represent the poor people of South Carolina, especially my black people. I'm Larry Adams. I am the Black Nationalist Party. I'm the founder, his first candidate, and we're going to run against Tim Scott. All right. Trying to keep it short here. I'll be back with another video maybe later on today. I might feel inspired. T-6, y'all. 2022. Tim Scott going home. Gwine. He going home. Later.